If we fail means, oh, you're a failure. No, absolutely not. If the AI has access to a lot of data, then the insights and the solutions might be much better. All the problem statement identified might be much better. Change, and all the great entrepreneurs have failed.
Okay.
All of them.
Hello and welcome to another enlightening episode of GIBS IRE Talks podcast, where we bring you the inspiring stories, insights from industries shaping the future of business, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Today, I'm really excited to have with us Mr. Suraj Nambiar, an entrepreneur, innovator, and a thought leader in the world of artificial intelligence and marketing. Mr. Suraj is the co founder and CEO of Snapit AI, a Bangalore based company that's redefining how we use AI for marketing, content creation, and customer engagement. Under his leadership, Snapit has developed a Vibe, a smart platform that automates content and brings social media on a real time marketing integration. But that's not all. He is also the co founder of Green Pistachio and serves as a visiting faculty at a prestigious institutions like IIM Bangalore and St. Joseph Universities, sharing his expertise with the future leaders. With over 20 years of experience, Mr. Suraj has worked with global brands like Amazon, Tata Tea, Myntra, Mercedes, and many, many such more. So, which helps him to stay ahead in the ever changing digital world. Now, we are going to dive into the journey from his childhood in Bangalore and education at various top notch institutions to becoming a successful business entrepreneur as well as mentoring the next generation students. Most importantly, we'll be exploring what PGDM students like you to can learn about AI entrepreneurship and preparing them for the future of work. Let's welcome Mr. Suraj Nambiar to today's IRE podcast. So, thank you so much, Suraj sir, for joining in. It's an honor to have you with us today. So, to start with, I would love to understand a little bit about your background and your education, sir.
Sure. So, I've been in the industry for close to 24 years now, digital marketing predominantly. But I always didn't start over there. So, I finished after my degree with my post graduation in advertising publicly. Uh, I did a lot of odd jobs,
Okay.
which included uh, uh, I have got into digital marketing as an animator and graphic designer and web developer. Those days, that was the main thing at that point. And around 2006 is when I joined Group M. And being in a company like Group M, you were one of the first ones to actually explore digital marketing while it was evolving. And because of that, we learned everything. There was no courses at that point in time. So we learned everything from Google Analytics to media planning and buying, the creative side of it, digital, as well as the media and marketing side of digital as well. And of course, being with Group M, you learn the offline side of media as well.
Okay.
So because of that, there's a bunch of people who were there during my time where we were not specialists, we were generalists. So we understood anything and everything while it was evolving. So when mobile came into the scene, we learned that. When e-commerce exploded, we learned that as well. Performance marketing was not a thing.
Back then, yes.
So I feel I'm a little privileged because we were able to learn along with how times are changing. Today, I have my own company, Snapit AI.
Snapit AI.
And when ChatGPT launched a year and a half, 2 years back, that's when I decided, okay, this is something that I want to get into full time. And I was consulting at that point of time, and then got into it full time because I knew that this would also change the dynamics of marketing. I would definitely.
So when, I'm sure you've worked with a lot of good brands, I would say. So when you were working with all those such big brands like Myntra or Mercedes and a lot of big brands, so what was your thought process that why this entrepreneurship? Where did this come from?
Also, actually, I did my the journey of entrepreneurship a little late.
Okay.
The uh, and I was very comfortable and where I was. So when I think back, why didn't I do it earlier? I feel is that I didn't give myself a permission to fail.
Okay.
So most of a lot of people, especially in our culture and everything, we want a secure, stable job. And when you looking at entrepreneurship, there is definitely no security.
No security.
Or stability for that matter. So I think, and the entire fear in disappointing your family and friends is something that will always play in your mind.
Yeah, true.
And it took me some time, actually, COVID changed my thinking on that because
Okay.
I realized that there will be nothing which is secure or stable. And COVID taught me that. And that's when I moved into a consultancy and then I was at that point of time.
Okay.
And I gave my permission to fail. And I failed a lot during that time. And I think that's the process of any entrepreneur. What I realized is that over a period of time. So if you don't fail, you'll not be able to succeed.
That's an amazing message. I would say that until unless you don't fail, you cannot move forward. So when you started, since you were in digital or AI, so what relevance does it carry when we speak about in the current scenario? If we speak about the AI.
So I believe when ChatGPT got launched, the of course they had multiple different versions, but when the 4 came out and 3.5 came out, I think that's when the world took notice. And I realized at that point in time, AI will definitely get into marketing. And it will automate a lot of things that is currently very humanly task driven. And if marketers don't adapt AI, marketers who do will make the ones who don't obsolete. That was my thinking, and from there onwards, what I see is an exponential growth in terms of how the medium is evolving. Today, at Snapit AI, we are able to analyze multiple data sets. So we have it's an internal tool right now. It's not open to the public, but we have to call it the YFCNN.
Okay.
What it does is that it connects a lot of data sets, which could be a Google Analytics, Shopify data, your campaigns data, email marketing data, and it will show you a visualization of all that data.
Okay.
And that is plugged into an AI which can ask you any questions.
So that helps better to market the industry.
Absolutely. So today, what's happening with industries is that there are a lot of data silos,
True.
right? And a marketer, it's not that they can't do it. They will have probably the big ones will have a team who will look at the data and they'll take a lot of time and analyze it and then present it to the management. Today, anyone can access that particular data. You can ask the AI whatever questions, how my ROAS is 22% lower. What do you think is the issue and what can I improve to make sure my ROAS improve the next month or the next quarter? The wide CMO will actually look at all the data points that are there and then give you a solution.
Okay.
And that's today.
Wow.
It's already there.
It's already there.
Yeah. So that's one part of what we do. And then the other part is content. That's what Snapit AI does.
Okay.
So that's something which you guys also do is very, very important. Discoverability point.
True.
So there's Vibe Studio, which creates content from a text, image, and audio, video format as well. And then we deploy that across multiple.
That's amazing. And sir, you have one more venture, Green Pistachio. So if you could elaborate a little more on that.
Pistachio is very personal to me.
Okay.
So I believe that AI will also affect in terms of environment and sustainability and energy. So it's also related with two of my friends, Alvito and Avni, and they're very crazy about sustainability.
Okay.
So I joined them as co-founder to create a channel which talked about sustainability.
Nice.
That's where we are right now. So there's a lot of work that goes into putting out knowledge in terms of how to be sustainable.
Okay. So when we speak about, as you mentioned about the AI helping in marketing, AI helping in small time business also, for all those viewers who are looking forward and who are a small time business, I would say, And if they have to use the AI, what is the right approach, or what kind of right questions can they ask on that, and say like, okay, let me, as you mentioned that if you have the sales are less this month, what can be done? So if you can just help us that to understand what are the basic simple steps we can take up to improve our sales or probably the overall business.
Yeah. So today there is no excuse
True.
that you can give to not know anything. And because there are tools where you can just ask and it will produce. So I myself, I'm an avid gamer.
Okay.
And I always had the dream that I could become a gamer, but I was not good at coding. I was not good at a lot of software and programs that you need to do gaming for. Today, I have developed my own games.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I'm not using a specialized AI tool. I just use ChatGPT.
Okay.
I asked it to teach me how to create a
Create
game from
game
scratch. And it was not a like usual snake game. I made a first person shooting game with my own team. Wow. It was a Trishul and there was some demons coming from the sky. And I was able to do that in 3 days. Wow, that's amazing. 3 days completely, and it taught me how to deploy it on Python.
Okay. Okay.
As well. So software also taught me step by step. Step by step it teaches. It debugged for me as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. You don't need anybody anymore now.
There is no excuse at all.
True.
But even from a marketing perspective, you can ask even you can start off with a platform like ChatGPT, Claude, and if you have a problem, you can ask it the problem, and if you try to look at giving you a solution, of course you can't just take it by its word. You can deploy, test it. The more data that you feed it, the better the output would definitely become. And this is what is currently happening. And that was just the game. Today, I have the CMO, white CMO, is the first version is developed with me.
Okay.
I'm not a coder.
That's nice. Okay.
I have created a AI tutor which teaches digital marketing, which is a course that I'm actually launching. Where the
Amazing.
tutor is an AI,
Okay.
and we teach only the practical part. So we're changing the way how.
So I would say our job is on stake now.
Yeah, very good question. So in terms of jobs, I don't think it's I think it's evolved.
Evolve. True.
Right. So there, what when I realize that there's so much effort that goes into theory,
True.
right, and very less effort that goes into practice.
True.
So the platform that we are creating is wherein the theory will be taught by the AI.
Okay.
The AI will make sure that the student knows
Okay.
what is teaching, what is by asking a question, so you give case studies and then ask,
Nice.
then ask questions. So that when you come for the actual class, the lecturer can work on practicals. And then
True.
the output, when the student passes a course, is much more prepared.
Much more prepared.
Especially a post-graduation course.
True. And I think this is amazing thing. I would say why, because there are a lot of students who are introvert.
Yeah.
Probably they might not come up so openly and say, "Ma'am, I have this doubt," or "Sir, I have this doubt." So probably when they know that okay, he's my buddy, I can ask him anything out there to learn things. So I'm sure they'll not have that thought process which says, "No, I cannot learn it."
Yeah.
So that's an amazing thing, I would say. So when you were developing all these, what are the biggest challenges you have come across, or whether any hurdles which you have? I'm sure there might be a lot of them, but if you can just brief a few of them.
So yeah, one you have to be a little patient because again, these platforms are evolving as we go. Number one, adoption also is not very easy.
Okay.
So a lot of our clients last year, no one wanted to talk to us also.
Okay.
A lot of till now, a lot of clients say that no, we don't believe in AI. But now we have, but that's changing.
That's changing.
So, yeah, we have clients wherein retail clients where they are discussing should we do a shoot with completely with AI
Okay.
for the next collection.
Nice.
And we are working with clients on that as well. So hence, you will face a lot of it. It's like any technology which is emerging, you face a lot of resistance. Even e-commerce shopping was, let's say, around 15 years back was not even considered. And but today,
It's, I think everything is e-commerce.
That option is
Much better.
better, and that's what you will see. So hurdles you will face as an entrepreneur, and I noticed that as well. So if you're an entrepreneur, you will definitely face a lot of hurdles.
So, okay. So when you spoke about entrepreneurship, so as you already mentioned, the failure plays an important role. So in your journey, were there any failures being an entrepreneur, being starting your own startups and things like that?
Yeah. So you will find failures in different aspects of an entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Not only from a business or the money part of the entire thing, but from a product perspective
Also.
So the first couple of products that we created had no application. We were also not sure whether it would work. It did not work actually, and then we had to pivot. Uh, uh, you will face issues from even personnel as well, wherein sometimes the personnel that you hired or who are collaborating with is not in the same wavelength as you or does not understand, and hence you face problems there. So I think hurdles is something that you will face throughout
the journey. Okay.
The whole point is how fast you can understand where the problem is and then fix and find those solutions or pivot or move ahead. How will you uh, hit those roadblocks and then you move ahead? That's going to be more important than
Okay.
worrying about, okay, there's going to be hurdles and hence I don't want to get.
No.
I think
Any business for that matter, per se. Yeah. So when we speak about, as you spoke about the team, or you spoke about the people working, or probably it might be client. So what is the right way? Is there any sort of right way to identify those resources, or probably I would call them as a resources because they are the one who builds a lot of things, the connections or the products or whatever it is in the business line. So is there anything where we need to check on these things when we get associated, either it is a client or it is a manpower, or it is, I would say, even a co-founder for that matter. Yeah. Right? So is there anything which you generally keep in mind while doing so? So throughout my career, I have made some very bad hires. Okay. I made some good hires and there are some bad hires as well. The difference that I think I can make out is that you need to look at, and there's no 100% right answer. True. But I think the main thing is you need to look at how, what's the person's enthusiasm. True. A lot of people try to look at, okay, resume, and then they see whether the knowledge base is there, and then they, okay, expect. But I think more than that, while you might be looking at that, I think more than that is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Whether he is aligned to your vision of what you want to develop. True. And once that alignment is there and that understanding is there, you need to probably also vet it by 3, 4 people in your team so that they also, because it's going to be a team effort. Yes,
Everyone needs
absolutely.
to at least align themselves to work together. And then after that, it's up to you as a leader to instill that leadership qualities and make sure that they all go in the same path. Okay. It's easier said than done. I failed a lot of times on that aspect as well, but I think you learn and you see, and of course, you cannot guess in one interview. One interview, true. So hence, you need to work with them, have a couple of multiple discussions, and make sure that there's an alignment in terms of your objectives and your vision. Once that is there, then I think we can have the right team in place. Thought can my bosses that I had, well, a lot of them were amazing because their vision is very clear in terms of what they want to achieve. Okay. And then hence you might make mistakes along the way, but as long as you are aligned with your companies or your teams or your boss's vision, then I think you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay. So when we speak about the AI, so I would love to understand that if somebody wants to start a startup, yeah, or probably any kind of business for that matter, what are the simpler ways to use the AI? Because these days, when we speak about AI, it is only ChatGPT for most of them, I would say. So, what are different platforms somebody can take and help of? Probably somebody, as you mentioned, about creating say social media collaterals or probably a small videos or probably a lot of them are available in free of cost as well, where they can give an hands-on experience on those. So, if you could elaborate a bit on those. So, there are a lot of AI tools out there. I I'll probably say a few of them which I worked on. So one of the most fantastic one which I have recently worked on is the AI platform which allows you to create uh, solutions or software.
Okay.
So there's a platform called Replit.
Okay.
Yeah. So Replit AI is a platform wherein you just want a software to be created to solve a particular problem.
Okay.
Just tell it what you want, and it will build it for you. So the game I created was using ChatGPT. So that was a little bit more interesting. It's easier than that.
Easier than that.
You
Okay.
tell it what it wants, and it will do it for you.
Wow.
So majority of my platform that I've created, and actually majority is not that I have hundreds I think, but few of them which I've created was using Replit in the beginning.
Okay.
And then I pass it on to my team members who will then take it and then build on top of it.
Okay.
So if you have an idea, you don't need to now wait for finding a team of software developers, figuring out whether they're free.
True. That's very, very important these days.
Right? And you say, oh, I have this idea. Okay, then they say, oh, they're great. They also want to do it, but they're busy with their different work. So now you have tools like this which can actually help you build that. If it is in terms of creative, right, there is so many now.
Okay.
Even ChatGPT's image generation itself has become.
It has become very good these days. Yes.
And then you can take that image into a platform like AI, which can then animate or give movements.
Movements to it. Okay.
There's another level of Google's video tool, which is amazing.
Okay.
Output. And they have something called as Flow. It's not launched in India yet.
Okay.
So Flow is it's a editing suite.
Okay.
Where you can build an entire story, movie, whatever you want, with consistent images or one scene relating to another scene as well.
Okay.
Consistently as well, with background music, sound.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All in one platform, so it's available in the US and it's launched in India soon. And those are the things that is actually happening. So the disruption in the content marketing or uh, production industry is going to be huge.
Huge.
And not in the next 5 years, I think
in a year or two. Very, very true. So amazing, sir. I would say now what I would love to understand is for all those students who have been watching this podcast. So what is that? The bare minimum they should be aware of.
Yeah.
When we speak about AI, when we speak about marketing.
Yeah.
So these are the basic foundation which they must know.
So one of the questions I got from when I was doing post in marketing at IIM Bangalore was,
Okay.
is it helpful if I put in my resume that I know ChatGPT, I know these, because then the question she asked was that the others also have it. How can I have an edge?
Niche.
Right. So the answer to that is that if you put in your resume, okay, I know these tools or I know this, that is not going to help. But if you are able to say, I created this particular software solving this problem using this particular tool, and here's the link
that gives a lot of weightage.
Today, like I said, there is no excuse. You can build whatever you want. So hence, instead of, so what I noticed with myself is that there used to be a lot of content that I used to now consume. Now that time, I have now moved into content that I'm building.
Wow.
Right? So, and that's the shift that I myself am seeing. When I have a couple of hours extra, I go onto a platform, either ChatGPT, Replit, Cloud, all those platforms, and then I say, okay, this is a problem I want to solve. How do I do it? And that's possible now.
That's possible.
And that is what students should do today. Like if you're doing a post graduation, or if you're doing any kind of a course, right? You can't, and you can say, okay, I might not have time to do this. That's absolutely not true.
No,
you can find time to build, and it doesn't take a lot of time as well. You can build a game in 4 hours as well.
Wow.
So hence, you can look at a problem that needs to be solved, and it used to take a lot of manpower, money, and all to solve this problem. You can have a prototype going with less than $20.
Amazing, amazing. So when we speak about these tools, right? So can this also help us in identifying what are the problem statements, or probably creating new ideas of business, or probably these days we see a lot of things like exports are increasing in India day on day now. A lot of new creative things are coming in. So is can the AI also help us to understand the market scenarios as well?
So what's happening now is the AI is linked to the web. So we will give you the scenario which is exposed to.
Okay.
So we can, right? But I feel we are still not there yet. I think at that point of time, you probably need to do a little bit of more research on your own.
Okay.
You can use AI to do the research for you.
Okay.
And that depends upon what access the AI has. If the AI has access to a lot of data, then the insights and solutions might be much better, or the problem statement it identifies might be much better.
Okay.
But if it doesn't have the access as generic, then the
Will be generic, moreover. Okay. Okay. So
that's why the platform that we have, the YMCA, it has access to multiple data sets.
okay.
So you
Okay.
can they through an API directly. So then the real-time data, there's another section where you can upload data as well.
Okay.
And then ask the AI to whatever.
So it is meeting all the data points, and then based on that, it gives you the solution. Okay, great. So one interesting question I would love to understand, like in case if you get a chance to go back 10 years from now,
Yeah.
okay, and relive those days, what that would be?
I think I would have started journey. I would have started much earlier. I think, and today uh, the young guys have so the opportunities
Amazing.
to start. You can start off and so hear stories of Mark Zuckerberg and all with creating Facebook and all, and this from Dom. Uh, you now it's become much more easier. Anyone, if you have 800 students who are in your thing, 800 of them can come up with 800 unique ideas today. Right?
Okay.
So I feel like if I could go back 10 years back, I would start my journey.
Quite early, immediately.
Knowing that it's okay to fail. And a lot of times, because we are in a culture, if we fail means, oh, you're a failure. No, absolutely not. You can fail once, twice, thrice, pivot, change, and all the great entrepreneurs have failed.
Okay.
All of them. And the second thing is that a lot of people feel that, oh, I need to learn to start anything.
Absolutely not.
Also change it now.
True.
So you can, if you're in your 40s, like me, you can still create your company today as well.
Okay.
There's nothing stopping you, because now the adoption speed that you can grow is much
Faster, easier also. No, because in similar context, yesterday I happened to read one of the article whereby a grand parent rather, and he was a bank manager in one of the state banks. Manager he was. He's about 71 now, and this year now, last month, I would say he cleared his CA exams at the age of 71, where he was just training his granddaughter on the CA part. He's like, why can't I try it? So there's no age limit as such to do something, anything which you would love to do. So I would love to understand one advice if you would love to give to all our students, specifically to MBA grads, I would say PGDM or postgraduate management students. So what advice would that be?
So I feel that it's not only about the theory. I think it's more about practical applications. Today, you should be able to whatever you have learned, you be able to apply, and before you actually get into the job. So you should have your case studies, have your content creation done. So if you're going to get into a marketing or a brand manager role, you should have a point of view on certain case studies, how you would do things differently. Probably launch a fictitious brand, have a so I think there's a lot of practical applications that you can build and develop and need to be ready, so that when you go for your interview, you have the edge. Because theory only will get you so far, and most of the time, what you learn in theory, and then when you go into that workforce, you will see a lot of things might not be the same.
True.
Because it depends upon the industry, life cycle of brand, a lot of things keeps changing over there, and then you will say, okay, what I learned probably is not what I'm applying as well. But however, if you're while you're studying, you have practical applications, whatever you're doing, and that's going to change. Even I feel education with AI is going to the edge is wherein people will hire brand hire people where they have more practical
Practical
applications
applications.
even before they start the first one.
Wow, that's amazing. So one personal question I would love to ask: in case if any of our students
Yeah.
are willing to learn more on AI or probably digital marketing or something related to the ad or media and things like that, by any chance can they reach you over LinkedIn?
Most want
LinkedIn, yes.
a little bit of blog as well, wherein I'm giving my point of view out there. I don't like the camera, but and but I that as a my to be outside my comfort zone.
True.
And so, not a podcast of sort, it's a blog that I
Oh,
on
yes.
certain things that I feel strongly about. Just started it a couple of weeks back only, and of course, LinkedIn is a place that I put on all my information there. Not too much on Instagram. YouTube is now is also something that
True.
platform that I'm actually going to be there. But of course, you can me anytime on any question.
Great, great. So I'm sure you can reach Mr. Suraj Nambiar on the LinkedIn as well. So we would always suggest that you should focus on learning some or the other thing every single day out there because time is very short. And what you can do it today, you cannot do it tomorrow. So it's as early you do it, you learn some or the other thing. There's nothing called as win or lose. Either you learn or you win. So that's always like that.
And like I said, give permission to yourself to fail.
App. So that's I would say I would keep that as a mantra that give yourself permission to fail. That's absolutely okay because until unless we don't fail, we don't get that flavor, right? We don't even enjoy the winning part of it also. So that's amazing.
Like you said, you talk about the journey and not the destination.
Not the destination.
So the
True.
fun part is the journey. So when I'm building a lot of what I'm really excited about is when I'm building all the obstacles that I face and everything. And once it's done, okay, it's done.
It's done. That's really amazing. So thank you so much, Mr. Suraj. It was amazing learning a lot of things from your end, right from AI or digital marketing, or it is one best mantra which you have given me is failing is still okay.
Yeah.
You can fail as many times as you want. I'm sure you will learn some of the other thing, new things. So thank you so much for joining us at GIBS IRE podcast, and looking forward that we'll have one session with our students personally also moving forward, and we would love to learn a lot of new things, and I'll certainly be in touch with you and keep bothering you for my learnings also, being a little selfish there. So thank you so much, Sathas. Thank you so much. What an inspiring conversation we had today with Mr. Suraj Nambiar. From his entrepreneurial journey to his thoughts on AI and the future of business, there are so many lessons from all of us to reflect on. One of his most powerful messages was failure is okay. It's a stepping stone to growth and not the end of the road. He also reminded us that in today's world, there is no excuses not to learn. With AI and digital tools becoming essential for business leaders, it's time for all of us to stay curious, keep learning, and equipped for the future. And to all our listeners, don't forget to follow the GIBS IRE Talks podcast for all engaging conversation with our leaders, innovators, and the change makers. This is Sandeep Bansali from GIBS Business School signing off. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep learning. Do follow all the social media channels of GIBS IRE Talks podcast as well as GIBS Business School to stay updated for many more such inspiring and thought provoking IRE Talks podcasts. Thank you so much. Till then, take care.